Hello and welcome to another Your Partnerships Meets. And today we're going to talk all things pensions with the best looking financial advisor in the network. Self-proclaimed, by the way.
Yeah.
Matt, welcome to Corker Media Studio and in the podcast. So we were talking a little bit before we went on live and everything about the importance of pensions. And the other thing I will say, just to make sure we don't forget about it, is really hats off to you for being going into schools and working with the younger guys guys and gals, the younger people about pensions. God, I wish we'd have had that when we were young.
Well, that's part of the reason for doing it is that, you know, I never had anyone talk to me about pensions, not just pensions, like finance, full stop. No one ever sort of spoke to me about it other than this is a bank account, this is a debit card, maybe touched on this is a credit card.
Yeah.
We never spoke about pensions, how important they are. The earlier you can get your head around these things and start sort of sorting them out for yourselves, then the cheaper it will be, but the better off you'll be in the future. And
with the pensions itself, it's a minefield.
Oh, it's it is and it isn't. There's I think with pensions, with there was a thing called the Pension Freedoms Act. I think it was 2015. It came about, which opened up the way you can take your pension, how you can access your pension, and on the one hand, it made it a lot better for everyone to access their pensions. But of course, on the other hand, there's so many different things you can do with your pension pot. That for some people it is a bit of a minefield.
So with it, let's just say a person's worked, just trying to give an example, person's worked, I don't know, 3-4 different jobs throughout their life. They've had different pensions in those different ones, because obviously there'd be different products, as you would say.
Yep.
So that call them customer X. So customer X comes with you. How does that journey work? What happens?
What we'll do is we'll look into the pensions. All I need from customer X is a signature. I write off to those pension providers. They'll come back to me with all the information, the scheme rules, whether or not they're allowed anything to be done with those pension pots, and then we look at the client circumstances, what they're looking to do, what they're looking to achieve, and we can, I guess, in a simplistic view, would be clubbing all those pensions together and then taking an income from those, if they want to take an income at the time. Taking an income in a tax efficient manner, just making sure that they don't overpay tax when they don't need to.
Yep. And the thing I would say about that is, if we get somebody like yourself involved, there is a price.
Yeah.
Matt's not completely free. I mean, he's pretty cheap, but he's not free. But the point I was going to make on that is, but that is more of an investment than a cost, because if you explain that a bit.
Yeah, so I charge an ongoing advice fee.
Yep.
So it's an annual fee. It comes out of the investment, so there's no money that changes hands as such. It comes out of the investment, and I'm there for changes in circumstances, changes in legislation, anything and everything. If that client needs to speak to me, I'm on the end of the phone.
Yep.
And it's me you're dealing with. It's not a call centre. Yep. You get given my phone number and you speak to me. So
I've got his number. I'll sell it, by the way. But I guess, I mean, that's all true what you said, but I guess the angle I was coming at from as well is, I mean, if you don't do anything with your pension, is just sitting there and not working for you, that's where I'm saying it actually costs you, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah. Most pension providers charge a fee, but we'll look at, when I sit down with a client, we'll discuss a number of different things and make sure those pension pots are in the right place for that customer, their risk level, their circumstances again, their future objectives, what they're looking to do. just make sure everything's done the way that client wants it to be done.
So I've never asked this one before, and sorry for doing it to you live. And it's nothing that personal. Don't get worried. But what age would you recommend? I mean, I know you're working with the school kids. Yeah, get something started and everything. But what would you say an average age or work, in your work career? What do you think is the best time to really start getting into, not just what I want to do with it, when I might want to start drawing it out, those type of things?
Oh, that's a tough one, really, because it's down to individual circumstances.
It's down to
really.
your goals, isn't it, as well?
Yeah, but I mean, you can access a private pension at the age at the moment 55. That's coming up for review soon, and the rumours are that will be put up to 57.
Yeah.
But you can access a pension at 55. So, just depending on whether you need to boost your income.
Yep.
You might be looking to slow down a little bit and take less of an income, but you want to rely on that pension pot that you've built up to boost that income slightly, so you can move away from working as much. So yeah, there's no defined set age, or it is purely down to personal circumstances.
100%. Yeah, but it's best to be forewarned and know what you're going to do. So I would imagine you probably have quite a few customers that might come see you and get some advice at first, and then maybe not even access you for a little bit of time until they're ready to start whatever that journey is, and then others start right away. I mean,
I mean, because I charge an annual fee.
Yep.
It's I will make sure that I contact that client on an at least an annual basis to have a chat. Just make sure if things haven't changed, then fine. But we'll just have a run through of the review. Investment. Yeah, just review everything and make sure that things are going the way they should be going. Cool. Another aspect of my role is we'll look at sort of future objectives, but we can put that into figures. I can run a piece of software that will determine sort of where the shortfalls might be in those future goals, and then we can work around those, and things that might come in the future, we can build that in, or there might be another sort of financial crash, and we can account for that, and just make sure that the goals are obtainable in the future.
And keep an eye on the whole tax laws changing all the time and all that stuff.
Yeah, like sort of national insurance have been cut, so that has a slight effect on people's wages and their contributions into pensions. Employer contributions in workplace pensions. So there's always sort of changes going on. Back in what was it last year? The budget last year, with the changes in contributions that you can make to pensions. There's all sorts of things that are going on, and lots of changes happening all the time. So
now, other than pensions, because that's all we talk about pension before we run out of time here, any other services you want to talk about?
Yeah, so investments, ISAs and unit trusts, bonds. There's a number of different investments that you can make that again depend on your personal circumstances and what you're looking to do. Going back to pensions, parents can set up pensions for their children.
That one's really interesting. How you can pay into your children's pensions as well to help diversify some of your tax as well, which is interesting. I learned that might have been from you. Can't remember, but anyway, probably was you. Yeah. But no, it's just, I mean, it's a minefield of not meaning in a bad way, but there's a plethora. There we go. Use that word.
Pensions are great. I think the only downfall to pension, well, not a downfall, but obviously you can't access them until you're 55.
Yep. Now,
that could be looked at as a bad thing. That could be looked at as a good thing. But the tax advantages, the way you can access that money when it comes to it, they're a great tool for future savings.
Yep. Cool. Excellent. Right. So you've been out here before, turning around to the Corker Media now for a minute. So you've been out for us. You already know it's a beautiful location and everything.
Fantastic.
And I just, want to say thank you to Corker Media for having us out here today.
Yeah, thanks very much.
If you've not been out here yet, get a hold of Matt, get a hold of myself. All Matt's details will be on this video as well. But, yeah, we'll let you know all about how great it is to come out here and use the facilities because, it's top professional job, simple as that.
It's great. It is.
But and then as far as the networking rooms, I was talking about you earlier today because we're having our end of the year, the open house and everything. And one thing that because a lot of the schools have let out by then, I'm letting everybody know, well, you need to bring the kids. That's absolutely fine. So I'm trying to break the record. We had 108 one year, so I want to have 109 this year.
Okay.
So bring all the kids because we want more numbers. You see, they all count. But also, the reason I came up about you, somebody was talking about, I'm not sure if I'll bring my kids. I said, well, Matt will be there. They said, well, yeah, fair enough. They said the kids might be naughty. I said, they're not going to be more naughty than Matt. But that's in a good way. He always brings light to the room and everything. So, we appreciate all you do for that. So
that's all right. No, I enjoy it. I love the network, and it's a great place to be, and it's I just like to bring a bit of a smile to everyone's face when I'm there.
We got a few interesting people.
Yeah.
Most of
that's
them,
definitely a good word to use. Interesting.
And most of them keep their shirts on, but we won't talk about that.
Yeah.
People watch this video, never seen what the heck are they talking about? Right, Matt Carey, financial guru, all things pensions, and as self-proclaimed best-looking IFA or financial advisor, I should say, in the network. Yeah, I caught myself. Did it again. But no, seriously, have a chat with Matt. It's not going to hurt. It could pay you dividends. See what I did there?
I'm quite happy to sit down and have a chat. No obligation at all.
Cool.
I like talking to people. So.
Thank you. All right. Well, thank you, and we'll see you again soon. Take care, Dave.